Right, hello my friends, welcome back to This Week on the Internet. This week, welcome to pretty rainy, pretty miserable New York City, in which me and Mikey are stuck in. We spent the week filming on the West Coast. Get back out behind there. And we had a connecting flight in New York. We pulled up to the bit where you kind of board, the gate, some would say. And the woman was letting people board, and she literally looked at us, looked at a colleague, and said, "Who are these guys then?" They had given away our tickets. So alas, we're here. We have one camera and this tiny little microphone, but let's make it work. Alright my friends, the big story this week was the billionaire submarine. So basically this billionaire and four others made a submarine and went hunting for the Titanic. They got lost and they've now all been confirmed dead. Now obviously, as this is a pretty serious topic, you know, people have lost their lives. We won't be making any jokes about this, you know, we wouldn't sink that low. It says here, the submersible lost contact with its kind of surface ship buddy about an hour and 45 minutes after it set off. They went missing, they were kind of looking for them for a couple of days. A couple of days later, they heard banging noises coming from the search area. So, you know, good to know. They were still having a fun time. Like, imagine being the captain and you start to, like, hear it, like, creak and crack, and you're like, oh, no pressure. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen, like, more and more stuff kept coming out about this. Like the fact it was controlled by a knockoff Xbox controller. Seems pretty safe. Then there was the billionaire's stepson. He had quite a week. He kind of went big on Twitter, or I think maybe Facebook. He basically dealt with the situation by going to a Blink-182 concert. I think that was like a day after his stepdad went missing. I suppose either way, he would be saying, "Where are you?" He then was chirping OF lasses on Twitter, asking them to sit on him, before then asking them to, you know, like, pray for his family. A lot of people kicked off with him for that. He faced some backlash, which, I'll be honest, after this truck passes, it is a truck. I thought was a bit harsh, you know? He was just trying to be exactly like his stepdad, crammed in a tight space. Moving on. All right, my friends, if you haven't heard, it's smooth sack summer. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you skate from pubes to bum. That's right, this is the summer to keep your balls looking cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming are making sure we all have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. My friends, dive headfirst into smooth sack summer by going to manscaped.com and using our code TWATY for 20% off. As you know, as a man with balls, I've had many mishaps in the past with shavers, but that was until I used Manscaped. Genuinely, my friends, I've been using them for like 3, 4, 5 years now, and I've not had a single issue since. The Performance Pack 4.0 is an absolute game changer. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Trust me when I say this, lads, your balls will thank you. It's smooth sack summer, lads. Get on board or get left behind. That is manscaped.com, code TWATY for 20% off. Manscaped.com, code TWATY, 20% off. Thank you. In a big internet moment, a certain somebody finally met Ronaldo. It's nice to remember what it was like to see Cristiano with a bit of speed. Funny joke. I imagine they bonded over the fact they've both moved their careers to obscure platforms in exchange for a big payday. Moving on, Adin Ross, he then claimed that speed made Ronaldo more famous.
Oh, let me look. All right. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, chat, be honest. Do you guys feel like speed made Ronaldo more famous? Like, honestly, think about it. Like, I didn't know too much about Suey. I didn't know anything about hat tricks. I didn't know anything about soccer in general. He brought his younger audience to know Ronaldo, in my opinion, you know? You guys can say average American all you want, whatever.
And I feel like he's got a bit of a point. Like, I suppose the average American, you know, if they don't know football, won't have known him. So fingers crossed that he starts streaming about weight loss and gun restrictions too. Moving on. All right, and then MrBeast, he's had a bit of a busy week. He has closed down MrBeast Burger over fears it will, like, tarnish his brand because he can't guarantee the quality of the product his consumers receive. I guess you could say MrBeast Burger is bun and dusted. That's shit. He said the company I partnered with won't let him stop, even though it's terrible for his brand. He says Young Beast signed a bad deal. Running a fast food chain might not have worked out for him, but I'm sure there's a lot he can take away from this experience. Also this week, he's been getting a bit harassed. There was a man who wanted to deliver him a really shit small cardboard cutout of Ryan Trahan, and he pretty much told him to fuck off, which I was a big fan of. The man then kind of continued on Twitter being like, oh, it's a win that I'm even in North Carolina, or really embarrassing stuff, and just try to skirt around that he looked like a massive knobhead. And then there is this fella who has tattooed Jimmy's name on him 8 times, and apparently he's going to continue to do so until he meets him. I mean, I understand getting it done once, right? But I think 8 times is a bit needleless. Needle. But what happens, with that cardboard cutout one, if he just says, fuck off? I'm pretty sure he didn't ink this one through. Terrible. Moving on. Also this week, XQC is the latest big streamer to get a big fat deal. He's got 100 million to sign non-exclusively with Kick for the next 2 years. Non-exclusively, their bank manager is going to be twitching. They might kick themselves for that one. You know what, though? I've said in a few episodes, I think they're fucked. They're spending too much money. To be honest now, I think I've changed my mind. They're fucking signing everybody. If they don't run out of money, I think the crazy bastards are going to do it. I think they might beat Twitch. All right, moving on, my friends. Side note, you will never guess where we nabbed the branding from this show. Quite poetic that we're here this week anyway. Moving on, it says here that the Tate brothers have been charged with some pretty heinous crimes this week. That's old news, no? Next you'll be telling us there's been a disaster with the Titanic this week. Haha. No, anyway, a judge has 60 days to review the case, and then they're going to court. Moving on, my friends, also this week, a man in Malaysia called Jamee Talib. He went viral after this video of him getting stuck in a water slide. As you can see here, he scoots down, he runs out of momentum, and then it looks like someone's going to come and clatter him. Stuck in a slide at Aqua Park. Water calamity. Forget it. He ends up getting pulled out of it by a worker who's also caught bit of his camera. It looks all right. I mean, if you think that's an unpleasant tube to be stuck in, you've never been on the Central Line in summer. Seeing that's some public transport-based humour for you. Jamee was tempted to sue the water park, but he ended up letting it slide. All right, my friends, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching our scuffed New York adventure. Please subscribe, and we'll see you again next Monday. Bye-bye.